Hi, I want to review the new Dev Lemons record. Sorry. Seemed like a good idea. Listen, I'm getting over COVID. Most of my family still has COVID. I should have recorded outside, but the ocean, not the ocean, the forests are burning. The oceans aren't burning yet. The forests are burning, so I can't even record outside. But which is good, because I want to be in a weird place. I want to be in kind of a weird headspace to review the new album, Surface Tension by Dev Lemons. And I want to start off with two shocking statements. Number one, we need Dev Lemons merch in Hot Topic. Okay? Whoever the buyers are for Hot Topic, the future of mall goths is Dev Lemons. All right? And I say that as someone who raised a mall goth. Okay? She's doing well now. Going off to college is fine. It's not just a phase, but it's a phase. It's an important thing. You know, we need alternative spaces for people who think in alternative ways. And even if it's just at a mall, whatever it is, like as someone who now also has two younger daughters, I think a lot about this kind of stuff. And I think Dev Lemons is the future of like alternative girls in high school. I think, in my opinion, she's what this 47-year-old dude thinks should be the thing. You know, like we went, you know, Billie Eilish was great and Melanie Martinez is great, but I think we need something a little bit more personal, a little bit more online savvy even than those two. I think we need Dev Lemons. That's the first kind of offhanded thing. The second one is Dev Lemons is the open mic eagle of pop. Thank you. That's why you come to me, because no one else is going to make that point. But it's been obsessing me. Okay, so I reviewed Open Mike Eagle's new album, amazing. Neighborhood Gods Unlimited or United, whatever it is, NGU, and it's a great album. And when I was reviewing it, and when I talked with him on an interview, like, I'm fascinated by the fact that he is this sort of 21st century rap star who has to be a podcaster. He has to be a comedian. He has to have had a TV show. He has to go on tours. He has to know how to produce his own stuff. Plus, he has to know how to find producers. He has to do all this stuff. He has to cobble all this stuff together to make a living off of rap music. He is not just a rapper. He is a comedian and a podcaster and a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer, all those things. But also he's just a rapper. There's this kind of elegant desperation for creative people. I say elegant because these people I'm talking about are very good artists who are making very good art. It's just that the model, the economic model, requires either insane luck and sort of patronage from some sort of corporate ghoul, or just a kind of just desperate full frontal assault at all times. Just go, 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 go. Make more streams, do more vidcasts, make more appearances, all that stuff. And so when I think about what Open Mike Eagle does, it's very similar to what Dev Lemons does. Because like Dev Lemons, at this point, you know, I reviewed her last EP. I liked it quite a bit. She's a good musician. But I watch her more on Instagram than I do listen to her music. She does these sort of like super sketchy alternative reality dating simulator horrorcore videos. And I watch them and I comment on them, but I had to stop commenting on them because then my comments get so many likes, my mentions are screwed up. But they're very funny. And every time I do, some chode comes in. It's like, don't you know that she's ripping off somebody else? And I was like, oh no, Dev Lemons is ripping off somebody else. And then I looked at the person she was ripping off, and they're just both women doing creative stuff that is slightly unsettling. I'm sorry, that's not ripping off, okay? There gets to be more than one woman who makes comedy out of the unsettling nature, the unsettling ways that women's bodies and faces are presented online, okay? Matter of fact, there could be like 3 more, okay? We can have a total of 5 female comedians working online. No more than 5. We can have a total of 5 comedians who work on the inherent horror and disjointed dystopian hellscape that we have signed our women up for in this civilization, okay? Anyways, that's the main way I know her. I was talking to my daughter. And I was like, do you like Dev Lemons? And she's like, oh yeah, she's hilarious. I'm like, but do you like her music? She's like, I don't really know her music. I just know her YouTube thing because she does a thing. Now I've watched Dev Lemons on YouTube, but I watched her like commentary. Turns out she also does this thing where she recreates songs without listening to what she's doing. And my daughter says the funniest thing. We listened to Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo. It's very funny. Like, it's the same question. When I asked about Open Mike Eagle, what kind of guy is Open Mike Eagle? I think this new generation of underground artists, it's like, what kind of person are they? Because they have to be so many people. They just have to be so many people. Madonna didn't have to worry about being more than Madonna, right? She just didn't. Suzanne Vega, let's take a totally different tack. Didn't have to worry about being Suzanne Vega on Twitch. She just got to be Suzanne Vega making her music, trying to do videos, trying to make great music, right? So like this weird, super public facing while still trying to maintain the distance of an artist, it is nearly impossible. Open Mike Eagle pulls it off quite well, and I think Dev Lemons does as well, but it's sort of a unsettling thing. It's like, if you're going to be like a rap star, can you also be a rap commentator? I don't know. He's trying. If you're going to be a pop diva, can you also be a super self-effacing online comedian? Can these things exist? I think they can, but it's not up to me, right? That's what I started the whole thing off with Hot Topic. The buyer for Hot Topic has to start putting Dev Lemons merch in there so that all the mainstream girls go, oh, I've seen a thing of hers somewhere. I'll take a listen to this music, and they'll hear this music, and it's definitely as good as anything Melanie Martinez does. I don't know if it's quite as good as Billie Eilish, but it's as good as anything Melanie Martinez does, and I like Melanie Martinez. So we have this kind of like interesting album where when an artist demands or when an artist necessitates a high level of parasocial interaction with her, it's like, how do we actually feel about Dev Lemons' music? When so much of her presentation is in an ironic, comedic fashion, is it capable of having the sort of intimacy that you feel with a pop star? Carly Rae Jepsen, people who listen to Carly Rae Jepsen have like emotional experiences. Is it? And I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm just asking the question as a 21st century commentator here in my bedroom, trying not to have my legs fall asleep, but they're going to. Like, can we get the kind of Carly Rae Jepsen feels from an artist who has to be so parasocial all the time? I don't know. I think what makes Dev Lemons particularly interesting is her comedy feels like it's bleeding into her music, and in particular, her attraction to or her usage of the uncanny. So the uncanny is things that feel familiar but aren't quite and make you feel a little bit off, It's a little bit off, like my glasses. Like if I did my whole video like this, like you'd just be going crazy because you'd want me to kind of straighten it out, but I'm just not going to, that kind of uncanny feeling. And her pop feels kind of uncanny. Some of the lyrics don't quite match when she does these videos, these fake dating simulator videos. Like underneath it all, it's so complicated because she's an attractive woman, and then she's doing these things to make herself not even unattractive, but just like unsettling. That's what it is. It's an attractive woman who's trying to look and trying to behave in a way that's unsettling. And the rollout for this album, this is driving you crazy, isn't it? The rollout for this album, she's been doing this sort of like makeup to make it look like she's had fake plastic surgery. Now, I don't know if she is aware of the fact that this draws parallels with the French performance artist named Orlan, Orlan, who literally had plastic surgery, elective plastic surgery done on her own face to make herself look horrifying. I should know. I was her interpreter when she came to University of California, Santa Barbara. If you think it's easy interpreting for kooky French performance artists, you are wrong. It was difficult. It was very, very, very difficult. So I don't know. Like you put all these things together. You have an artist who has a sort of parasocial connection with you, but always at a distance, with the uncanny, with the ironic, constantly striving, constantly creating. I asked my 17-year-old daughter, I said, what do you think she is trying to do as an artist? And she just said, I think she's trying to do what she wants. And to that, I said, that's great. I love that. That's what I think may be true. And so here, let's get to the album, shall we? 10 minutes in. It's all produced by someone named, I can't do this anymore, John Dren. Very solid production. Opens up with a track called Nice Try, kind of catchy 80s synth line, sort of breathy pre-chorus, and these drums come in. And just these lyrics, now I pick apart your face when you're around me. When you look at me the way everyone sees, do you think about the day I'll let you catch a feel? Baby, what a shame that we will never be real. These lyrics, like, do you get what I'm saying? The uncanny, it sort of connects, but not quite. I really like the production on this chorus. Nice try. If you want to feel me, get in line. It's a little sweet of you to think I'd bite, but I don't have the time or the appetite. A lot of these lyrics seem like they're sort of from the position of sort of like too bad, I'm too hot, I don't want you. I don't know. Some nice guitar notes here. Then we get to Media Train. It's a joke, right? Because media training is a thing that people do. And this is where it takes that sort of turn a little bit more kind of aggro, kind of more punky, kind of angry, up and down singing, kind of punk. It's sort of a punk indie pop diva kind of thing here. This is where I say we need Hot Topic. All of this. We need Hot Topic on this. I'm not media trained. I just want to drive a media car, fly a media plane. I don't know where the media parks. These are comedy lyrics. These are joke lyrics, right? But also it's serious because she's trying to figure out who she is. And her whole life is like she's famous enough that she's kind of famous, but she's not famous enough to be like, I'm rich and famous. How does she get to that point? Well, she needs media training, which is what this song is about. The comedy of disjointed English, uncanny English. Give me a break. Are you a stupid? To not turn on your brain. It's like the same way that with Open Mike Eagle, I was predicting that he wrote lyrics about pants because of the pants that Kendrick Lamar was wearing, and he did a video about those pants the next day. The same way, like, are you a stupid? Is this what she would have written before she started doing online comedy, or is this lyrics that's influenced by her online comedy? Nice kind of screaming bridge here. I'm in hell when you're in the room. Can't you tell? Then we get to Face. This whole cool kind of motif that runs through this album. It's kind of rough, rusty acoustic guitar, kind of simple, very breathy, over-determined singing here. Cool rhythms and buzzy bass. Drenched in your mistakes, you'd rather kill me than see it in my face. See it in my face. This feels more like this is where maybe we're in Carly Rae Jepsen territory. By that, I mean the territory where things are like sincere and meaningful. I haven't done my intro yet. Thank you for auditing the Always Positive Music Review Show hosted by a French professor who forgot to do his intro. I love the production on the third verse here. It gets kind of buzzy and the voice goes through. And then we get this whole punk bit. How'd you get so damn entitled when you never had a spine? I'm going to look up. Okay. What would be the name of the person? Who is in charge of buying Hot Topic? I looked it up on Google. All right, well, the CEO's name is Steve Vranes, Vranes. So anyways, someone's got to hit them up and let them know Dev Lemons is the future of mall goths, all right? Next track is my favorite track, Don't Pinch Me. Okay, I just pinch myself. Kind of buzzing, Yeezus-y, thumpy, ominous sounds. Don't you like it? Get your cradle. Don't you like it? You can suck it. Spit on your trumpet. I'll put your brain in a bucket. Kind of goofy. Again, idiosyncratic, like not quite connecting lyrics. I wish that Fred instead was Ted again. I don't know what it is. I don't care about the prom. It's silly time. It's silly time, fun time, but positive, like really well-made music. Nice instrumental bridge with these echoing sounds as it gets bigger. Excellent. Broke your cover, kind of a sweeter voice, lilting rhythms, kind of a bitter chorus. Too bad you broke your cover. Preaching like a man, so you're getting married to your mother. See me peeking through the shutters. Watch you wash away. I feel you running down the gutter. Kind of good breakup vibes. Again, maybe we're more in the Carly Rae Jepsen area. Kind of a broken music box outro. Melanie Martinez style, you know, kind of Kitty Dark style. Stuck Again, dusty acoustic guitar, imperial, like sort of an imperial singing to her voice. I don't know, leads directly from the last song. The whole album goes really together. This is a little more personal, a little more gauzy. Actually, you know what? I think this is my favorite song. Because I listened to the album again today, and this was the one I was most happy to hear. It feels like it's the most personal. It feels like it's the one that she's most just on a guitar and playing. It feels like it's maybe the least irony-coded, the least online. I'm stuck again. I'm supposed to think that I'm on the lucky end. Will I follow you like a ghost? Is it trickier than you know? When I look at you, I'll scar. You're too delicate for my heart. I don't know. It seems like a good, heartfelt breakup style album. What about you? Kind of a baby doll voice, more non sequitur lyrics. Have you fallen before I've even arrived? I'd be honest, I barely learned how to drive. I don't know. The road's flooded. I'll push it till I choke. Album ends with nothing changes. Kind of a whistling intro, heavy guitar. Isolate me, empty every room. I place my blame on anyone but you. That's not how it goes at all. But I really enjoy the sort of way it keeps on repeating it keeps sort of like repeating this chorus. And then when you listen to the album and you listen to it, it's only 20 minutes long, and it repeats, you're happy to hear it go around the bend and to restart the album. So there's my review. It's kind of disjointed. I apologize. Things have been really weird lately in this house. The sky is on fire. Not me. The sky is on fire. Everybody's got COVID. Work is starting up in a couple weeks. I mean, I'm still working. I did ton of work yesterday, but you know, like I start teaching again in a couple weeks. So anyways, it was nice to revisit Dev Lemons. Right. That's for the lemon heads out there. What do Dev Lemons fans call themselves? Limeys? Devonian. There's the camera.